Hey guys, making a really short video here, just updating you guys on the performance of my HPA M93R. I did mention on my review that I would update people if I had issues. So first issue, the 3-round burst does not work anymore. It just does full auto on the 3-round burst. It's not too big of a deal for me. 3-round burst is cool because, like, it's in the name. Raffica is 3-round burst in Italian. So that type of thing is just cool. But the full auto, if I really want to lay into somebody, I would just flip it to full auto. The burst was kind of just nostalgic, you know. Oh, that's cool. A pistol does burst. That's sweet. Even, you know, it doing full auto is cool. So semi and full auto still works fine. The trigger break is fine. I don't notice any sear wear. So I don't know what happened to the 3-round burst. I'm not sure if the sear just broke. I've never opened one of these internally, and I don't really want to. I'm not going to fix it, but if something else happens with the trigger set, I will open it up. What else? I did notice it needed a break-in. At a certain point, it started not cycling very fast, and it needed lubricated, and it did that twice to me. It stopped cycling properly. So every time I go take this out, I have to bring lubricant, which isn't too big of a deal. I also took a Dremel and dremeled off the end of this, the hammer. I basically polished it, so it seems to cycle much better. Not cycle better, but it's smoother, you know, you can kind of feel it. That, and I have to keep it lubricated really at all times, which isn't too big of a deal. It may not be broken in completely. I probably put about probably 3,000 cycles through it, so it should be broken in by now, but it might not be totally broken in. Also, I have to use 0.2 BBs now because 0.3s won't hop. The hop-up bucking broke in, and I have to use 0.2s now. So the first time I played, I used 3s. The two middle times I played, I used 0.25s. And then now I have to use 0.2s, and I use 0.2s the last 1 or 2 times I've played because it won't hop anything else. So I hope it doesn't start to not hop 0.2s. It better, because what pistol cannot hop 0.2s, right? So if that happens, I'm going to upgrade the bucking. I'll either buy a new KWA and pop it in here, but I'll probably go and buy one of the Maple Leaf, or there's like Evo hop-ups. I'll probably get an upgrade hop-up rather than the stock KWA, because the same thing's probably going to happen. It's probably going to break in after a certain amount of rounds and not hop as well, and I'd rather not deal with that again. So an upgrade bucking should give me better performance. But I won't do that upgrade unless, like I said, the 0.2s can't hop anymore. I can hit people at 150 feet with the 0.2s. So, and this pistol is mainly for not necessarily CQB use. It would be great for CQB, but I have not fielded it in CQB yet because the local airsoft CQB field closed currently. They are building a new one, so I don't know when it's going to be open. So I play with this basically in the woods behind our house when we play like 3v3, 4v4, 5v5. I will use it then. It is a lot of fun. Or I will, when I go to Will and Ben's house, and Sam, there's 3 of them, I will take this probably every time, 9 out of 10 times, because this is awesome to play with. When you're playing like 2v2 or 3v3, can't even talk. It is awesome to use an HPA tap pistol because you're competitive. I mean, there's not a whole bunch of people, even if they have AEGs, I can still be competitive because I'm quite more experienced than them because I've been playing a long time. So yeah, other than that, I won't use this for like most of games. Not a chance. But if you're asking me if I'm playing like 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 games, this is probably what I'm going to take because it is a heck of a lot of fun. And there's also somebody that plays once a month, and they have about 10 to 13 people versus 10 to 13 people. That's pretty big games, to be honest, and I took this there and used it for 1 game, and it was pretty fun, but I did use James' Polar Star for the rest of the time because that was fun to use a Polar Star. But for those games, even this is fun. But if I'm going to like a even an open play, I probably won't take this. I took this to one open play, legit open play, where it was like 15 versus 15. It was okay, but I found myself reloading a lot. So I am running, sorry for the long video, it's getting long, but I am running a 42 cubic inch Ninja tank, and then I also have a 40, did I say 42? It's 48. 48 cubic inch, and also this is 48 cubic inch. They're both 3,000 PSI tanks, so they last quite a while. I have 2 of them, so every time I go play, I run through about 1. So if I go to an open play where it's all day, I will go through 1. Easy. Like, if it's full, I will go through it. But if I'm going to, like, a friend's house, like I went to Ben's and Will and Evan, Sam's, and when I played there, I went through probably about 1,000 PSI. We didn't play all that long, but just, that's my point. I have plenty of air here, so, also I have air passes on them, so I get free air at Airsoft Alpha. So I just take them in there, and they fill them up. Running 120 PSI, a little bit above that, just barely. I did notice, it seems like when the tank starts to die, when it gets like below, it's at about 1,000 here, when it gets to about 1,500 PSI, the pistol doesn't cycle as well, and I think that's just because the lubricant is, after a lot of shots through it, the lubricant's gone, so I just lubed it up, and it cycles much quicker, so it just seems to need to be lubed. See, that's perfect cycle, and I'm running at like right at 120. And it's at 1,000 PSI in the tank. So that is perfect. Excuse me, perfect for me. I'm going to go and shoot this out my window real quick. I just have 1 mag. I'm running the 3 mags still. There's 3 of them. None of them leak. Occasionally, the valve will come undone. Like this one is not tight. And I just have to tighten it, hand tighten it. It does get annoying when it comes off in gameplay. It's not like it starts spraying air, but you can just kind of tell when it starts to spin, so then you have to tighten it. It's really not a big deal. So let's go ahead and shoot this. Let's tilt this thing up. Adjust the hop up just a tad. Go the other way. The guy that sent me this pistol didn't even send me the hop up adjustment tool. There we go. So, seems to work pretty well. Again, this is kind of a gun for short gameplay use, because it doesn't have the best range. I mean, I can hit people at 150 feet, but to be honest, I'm going to have to aim up. But it's a pistol, so what can you expect, really? I spent $100 on this, brand new, or like new condition from a guy used, and then spent $90 on 2 extra mags and 3 taps. I think I spent about $90 because I already had the HPA unit, so about $190, and I have a M93 replica with 3 mags and 3 HPA taps, and I already had the HPA tanks and regulators. Well, I did buy this right before I got the M93. I spent $35 on that, the tank, and I had the other tank, so pretty good. Really happy with it. The rate of fire is okay, but it's loud and it kicks pretty well, and it's really intimidating, so there we go. So, great performance out of it. If I could choose anything, to be honest, I would just choose the range to be better. I would love to use .25s. I don't want to use .2s. I want to use 2.5s and be able to hit people at 150 feet. But, that's just, I cannot do it. It doesn't have the range with .25s anymore. So, sadly, but I could upgrade the bucking, but I'm just not going to mess with it right now. Again, because it's mainly for a CQB gun or just kind of just small games where I really don't need to shoot super far. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick update if you're interested in how the pistol's working. It's working well. I should have a PTW video up this week. I also just bought an O-light flashlight for my PTW, so I will be making a review on that as well. It's just a flashlight if you didn't know that. So thank you for watching. See you guys later.